My name is Danica, and today I want to talk about something a little bit different than I usually do on this channel. I want to talk about being a video creator and self-esteem. Kind of weird that I've been making videos for almost 2 years on this channel and I still feel weird calling myself a video creator or a YouTuber. I still feel really new to this, but moving right past that. So I've been thinking for a little while about making videos and specifically the editing process and how I think it's been really good for my self-esteem. It's kind of this bizarre process because first there's the filming, which I'm pretty used to by now but can still seem kind of awkward. I often need to retake sentences several times before I can get them out properly. But it's the editing process that's had the biggest impact on me because you have to just stare yourself in the face for this extended period of time. Like usually it takes me about an hour to edit my videos, I think, and you have to look at yourself and watch yourself speak and rewatch it over and over. And just that idea of staring yourself in the face for a really long time can seem awkward in itself. But worse than that, there's this raw video, and this raw video has so many bloopers and so many times that I'm tripping over my tongue or I say something that's just completely wrong, or these really long awkward silences while I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Like if you could see the raw unedited video, you would just cringe so much. It's the most awkward thing to watch. And it's this really stark look at yourself. But then you start actually editing and you get used to looking at yourself and you become really aware of what you look like and what your speech mannerisms are, and hopefully become more comfortable with them because you're gonna have to be if you have to look at yourself for that long. Like you desensitize yourself to it. And then somehow magically at the end of that editing process where I'm spending the whole time being like, oh my god, this is so awkward, I can't believe I said that, I can't believe I needed to take that sentence 6 times before I could just get to the end of it. And then somehow you finish the editing process where you've been cringing and you rewatch it and it has magically transformed into this completely different video. Like it may not be perfect, but it's so much more concise. The awkward pauses are gone, only the best versions of each sentence are there. You can do takebacks of things you didn't mean to say. The ums and likes and even the intakes of breath have disappeared. It's shrank to half the length and it's this polished, ideal version of itself. Sometimes I can hardly recognize the video that I end up with from the raw footage that I took. And again, that's not to say that I'm totally satisfied with the end product always, but it's so much better than what I started with. And having that transformation, seeing it happen over and over, is this kind of therapeutic experience. You have to face yourself really honestly with all your flaws, but then you also get to shape it into the best portrayal of yourself that you can make it. I've been thinking about this as a form of catharsis, especially if you don't have very good self-esteem or if you're still struggling with self-esteem. I think having to face myself so often has been really good for my self-perception. I've become more comfortable not only in speaking to a camera and sharing my thoughts, but also in listening to myself. But I really want to know how other video creators feel about this. Is it also cathartic for other people, or does it make you even more self-conscious to have to watch yourself? Does that change over time? I was talking to Jessie at Cup of Books about this on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, and she said that she has a similar process with her videos. So if you make videos, have you noticed any changes in your self-esteem since you've done it? It's funny because a lot of people say that they wouldn't make videos because they're so self-conscious, but I think that can actually be a good reason to start. I think it can really help with that. It can help you work through it, even if you don't post the videos after you make them. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye!